Okay, such a rookie move on my part. So this is part 2 of my video on fasting. I need to not set those limits on my phone, otherwise that wouldn't happen. When you're doing live videos, note to self, let's not have limits on your phone. So anyway, this is part 2. So as I was saying, we're talking about intermittent fasting, and I was talking about intermittent fasting and brain health, how it really has been shown to improve cognition and memory in people. And so one of the changes that occurs in the brain is that with intermittent fasting, it speeds up BDNF, which is brain-derived neurotrophic factor. It increases that in the brain. And what that does is it stimulates stem cells, which it really helps the brain with normal learning and normal memory. So BDNF really protects the brain and makes it resistant to dysfunction and degeneration. So that's one of the reasons they're actually starting to use it in many protocols when they're treating patients with Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. And it could actually protect the brain against developing those diseases is what some of the research is pointing towards. And so one of the things they say, it's really important to start making these changes when you're younger, when you're early, like so before you even can detect any disease. It's important to start considering lifestyle changes to protect the brain. And also high levels of BDNF can also protect against, they can also have sort of an antidepressant effect and help protect against anxiety and other mood disorders. So that's another reason. And then fasting also can help as far as repairing genes. So what happens during fasting, it appears to switch on a number of repair genes. And when you fast, you go into this process called autophagy, which basically means to self-eat. And what it is doing is it's a process by which the body is breaking down and recycling old and tired cells. And so it slows aging through giving cells time to detox and recycle, essentially. So it kind of cleans up the cells of the body, and it's a sort of cellular scrubbing, if you will. And it also increases, like I said before, stem cell regeneration, which is helpful in brain health. And so being able to create these new cells also help improve immunity and also may help protect against developing cancer. They're doing a lot of research around intermittent fasting with cancer. And because as with cancer, again, there's several, basically your cells are undergoing mutations. So they're finding that if you are scrubbing these cells regularly, those mutations are less likely to occur. And so hopefully less cancer cells will develop in your body and get turned on that way. They also found intermittent fasting is increasing the efficacy of chemotherapy drugs against a variety of cancers as well. And so something to think about there. And then one of the other things I wanted to talk about was fasting as it relates to heart disease and diabetes. Diabetes is associated with a risk of course, heart attacks, stroke, blindness, amputations, poor circulation, that sort of thing. And again, it's all related to that IGF-1. And it increases, IGF-1 increases the cell turnover and has reduced autophagy. So again, another good reason to fast because it improves insulin sensitivity by forcing the body really to break down those fat cells. And so they're seeing that it's improving that as well. So, and it also helps with inflammation. That's another good thing. So I do want to talk, though, about who really should not be intermittent fasting. Anyone, of course, that is underweight. Children really shouldn't be intermittent fasting. It's okay for them to be hungry sometimes, but they really shouldn't be intermittent fasting. And anybody that's struggling with weight gain, and again, anybody that's under the age of 18 or anybody breastfeeding. Also, populations that are have some chronic diseases such as diabetes or liver, kidney function problems, they really, or on medications for uncontrolled hypertension or diabetes, should certainly talk to their primary care doctors about that before they go on any sort of intermittent fasting regimen. And then lastly, I want to also touch on how to break your fast. Nothing drives me more crazy. I see on internet or on Facebook sometimes on certain groups and things, I'll see people saying, I stopped my fast and here's dinner. And then they'll have like pancakes and bacon or bacon cheeseburgers or, something that's maybe not so healthy. So that is when your body is going to absorb all those phytonutrients and that nutrition, and your body's ready to take in that food now. So, sorry, my phone is ringing. Anyway, it is really what you feed on and eat on when you break your fast is so important. So fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, really eating healthy at that point is going to be really critical, and it's also going to make you feel great. So I hope you guys have a happy Friday. Talk to you later.